At 3:17 a.m., everything was completely silent when suddenly a phone started ringing in a dark room. A teenage boy woke up confused, still half asleep, and looked at his phone. The caller ID made him freeze instantly. It said, "Me, tomorrow." He stared at it, not moving. Feeling something was deeply wrong, a thought crossed his mind. What if this call is actually from himself in the future? After a moment of hesitation, he slowly answered the call. At first there was only silence, then a heavy breath, like someone struggling to speak, and then a voice came exactly like his own voice, but scared, broken, and under pressure. It said, "Listen carefully, I don't have much time." The boy stayed silent, unable to react. The voice continued, "Tomorrow something is going to happen, something bad." There was a short pause, then the voice said something that changed everything. "Don't let Mom take the train tomorrow." And just like that, the call ended. The boy stayed frozen, staring at his phone, trying to understand if it was real or not. He tried to laugh it off, thinking maybe it was a prank or some glitch, but deep inside he couldn't shake the feeling that it was real. The next morning arrived slowly, with normal light filling the room. His mother was packing her things like any normal day. She looked at him and said casually, "I'm going to take the train today." The moment he heard that, everything in his mind went quiet. Those exact words were what the voice had warned him about. He tried to act normal, but panic slowly started building inside him. He tried stopping her in different ways, making excuses, hiding things, even begging her not to go. But nothing worked. As time passed, strange things started happening around him. The clocks in the house started glitching, jumping forward and backward. The lights flickered without reason, and then his phone turned on by itself. Without any notification, images started appearing on the screen, images that looked like the future. Broken train tracks, emergency lights flashing in the distance, and his mother's scarf lying on the ground. A cold fear spread through his body. It felt like the future was somehow leaking into the present. He ran out of the house into heavy rain. The sky was dark, and the streets were full of noise and movement. But he didn't care about anything else anymore. He just kept running toward the train station. When he finally reached there, everything was chaotic and crowded. People were everywhere. Trains were arriving and leaving, and then he saw her, his mother. He started running toward her, trying to reach her before it was too late, but suddenly a voice came from behind him. "You weren't supposed to come here." He stopped immediately. Slowly he turned around, and he saw himself, but older, wounded, tired, standing in the rain. The future version of him looked at him with deep regret, and he said, "I called you to save her, but you coming here changed everything." Before he could react, a massive explosion shook the entire station. Everything turned into chaos. People started screaming, running, disappearing into smoke and noise, and then everything went silent. Darkness. Then suddenly he opened his eyes again. He was back in his room, same darkness, same silence. And the clock showed 3:17 a.m. His phone started ringing again. Slowly he looked at it, already knowing what was coming. The caller ID appeared again. "Me, tomorrow." But this time he didn't move, because he already knew how the story went. And still, somewhere deep inside, he knew it would all happen again. Some futures are not meant to be changed. They are meant to repeat. And the phone kept ringing as